Right, we are heading over to the body shop. We're going to drop the Dodge Avenger funny car body off over at Ed's, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that here in a minute. We're going to load it up and haul it over. Always good to own a forklift. When you got a small yard, you can maneuver stuff around. Oh, the old car collection of my sons. Luckily, the body shop's close by. We'll take a trip over in real time to the body shop, over to the Eddie's Custom Paint and Collision. Uses all Kemperly products, Dana. So make sure, I want to make a note of that, a shout out to the Kemperly company. I know my videos are boring. I don't know what to say. Oh man, a little close there to the carport. Big C body just sitting there. Yeah, you got it. So this is how it goes down at the Sanitarium. Jeez, a little close there. I might have to move that up. That's all I gotta do is run into my wife's truck. So for those of you that don't know, the Sanitarium for Speed is located here at my residence in North Carolina. Yeah, you got it. And about the only way to do it nowadays is to keep everything contained. I couldn't imagine doing it anymore, renting a building and paying a mortgage and trying to do all this antics that I do with racing and so forth. But we're just going to use the forklift to pull I'm going to bring the whole trailer over to the body shop. I'm just going to make a little video and show you the body shop. Ed Mason, again, Eddie's Customs and Collision. And it's kind of cool to have him right next door. Of course, that's my son Anthony driving the forklift. Doesn't look too happy today because I got him doing something on Sunday besides something for himself. You'll see him smile. There you go. Who are you trying to hide from? You didn't hide from me in 1970. And here we are at the Eddie's. My buddy Ed Mason. Again, you might have seen him in some of my earlier videos. He's a good friend. I've known him for probably about 18 years now. And he doesn't stray far from Mark. So I might have to open his fence up here though. I think I know the combination. Let's get that open. We'll bring a trailer in. Alright, we got the gate open. Got all kinds of mayhem going around over here. I'm going to walk through the shop and show a couple of projects, and me and Eddie kind of work hand in hand on a lot of stuff. There's Taylor Breadlove's Big Buick. We've done motors for Taylor. That Camaro there, I believe I did the 502 in that years ago. Thomas McKenzie's Oldsmobile. I got the 455 for that over at my shop. So Monday morning, old Eddie never showed up at the shop, so we couldn't go any farther showing you what we were doing with the body next door. But and Anthony this morning, he's here at work, and got Turbo John's head up on the milling machine, and he's getting ready to chop the weld down and surface her up. Just take a few thou at a time to get up under that weld. And we'll take as little off as possible on the surface, and we'll match the other head up. Whatever we took off this one, then we got to remachine for the hoops. And I'll talk a little more about the hoops later, and how we like the hoops a lot better than the O-ring, the wire for sealing up big boost engines. Contrary to some of the beliefs are, we do our hoops a little different. Couple thou. Little Ford 347 action going on. Clearance in the bottom of the cylinders for the connecting rod clearance. A little cleaner than doing it with a die grinder. Doing it here on the Bridgeport. Another Ford getting ready to go together. A couple pumps for a 4L80E. A little surfacing on the lathe going on. And the finished product, all nice and surfaced. 12 thousandths total taken off the front of the pump. Working on the second one now. Dos Picos. Friday, finally here, Valentine's Day. Just finished up some Harley Davidson work. We do a little bit of everything. Some S&S cylinder heads we redid, did a competition valve job, surfaced them, and did some jugs. Did a big bore kit, put some CP Carrillo pistons in it. There's the S&S head right there. Waiting on a keeper to come in this morning so we can put that together. But a little bit of everything. What's up, all you Hulkamaniacs? Here it is, March 10th. And Gator Nationals were today. We missed that. You'll see him smile. Who are you trying to hide from? You didn't hide from me in 1970. So we went over to Brian's and picked up the block. This is the block for the funny car, that's right. Gator Nationals was this weekend, and that's what we were planning on shooting for. But so you can see we're not going to make that, because that's how far we are behind. And I tried, and Lord knows I tried. I looked for extra help. I wrote proposals and sponsorship, marketing partner deals, and nobody came through. So it's going to be up to me as usual. And yeah, we missed the Gator Nationals because I'm a broke bitch. But we got the block back, and we're going to move forth. Brian did an excellent job of welding up some of the issues that were with this block. Bought this block used from a guy that's not really a buddy, but thought he was kind of a friend. Paid a little bit too much for it for what it is. Main question I asked was it windowed? He said, yeah, it had one slight window on this side that was repaired. And did kind of a shitty job there. But I said, was there any saddles in it? 'Cause I didn't want any saddles. No saddles. Well, she's got 3 saddles in it. So she's come apart before and repaired. Not that saddles are really going to make a big difference, but I really wanted a pristine block. Paid, I think, $3,500 for this block. As you can see, she's well used. The reason I had Brian weld it up, I found some hairline cracks along here where it was been repaired before, and the pan rail was so damn crooked and unstraight, unparalleled. I knew that was going to be just a problem waiting to happen, so might as well get it fixed. Again, I do a little bit of welding here, but something like this, I sent it to my buddy Brian, and we'll talk a little bit about him a little later in the segment. But I haven't did a video in a couple of weeks, and just been a little depressed about the slow process of the car coming together. But it's Sunday. I'm out in the shop working now, trying to finish up a race motor for another customer. We're going to get this thing off and onto the mill and start chopping this down and prepping this block. And hopefully this week, well, I think this week I can have the short block together. So we're going to move forth, me and my garage against the world. Just as usual. I mean, there's no help from no one, just me and some buddies. I got some good friends that'll help me out as far as with labor and things like that here and there. But all right, just wanted to show you what we got. We got the block, and we're gonna get her hauled off to the back and start prepping it and getting her together. Oh yeah, I had a question. This got Facebook message to me. What are saddles? And I should explain that. So the saddles, so you can see what happens when the block explodes and a rod comes apart and knocks the hell out of everything. Now these blocks, they're aluminum. They're made to repair to a certain extent. And unfortunately, these blocks they're made to race, so they're run hard. They're not, it's not like building a street car where if you got a cracked block and, you just throw it out and find another block. But these damn things are so expensive, at the tune of close to $10,000 for a new one. And again, this is a billet block. This is a TFX 2000. TFX are made out there on the West Coast by Alan Johnson, out there in the Seattle area. Originally designed by John Rodek for Top Fuel. It's a derivative of a Hemi. Has Hemi mains and has a larger crank tunnel. This one here has a 54 millimeter crank tunnel. But anyway, what happens was when it slung some rods out and burned the crank up, it did wreak havoc on the mains. And this is something, when they get chewed up, what they'll do is they'll weld up the casting or the forging in this case, being this is a billet block. They'll weld this all up, they'll remachine it, and then they'll make some almost like bearing inserts. And these are cut out of billet, and they're wire EDM to get the corners real nice and true. and then they'll place these in over where so it's welded, line board, and then put these precision, almost like bearing caps in. They're called saddles, so they're replaceable now. So this block, usually, you'll do one at a time. So this block must have had a real kaboomer at one time, because it's got 3 of them in here. And like I said, I wanted to start off with a block that wasn't hurt that bad. Not that it's going to matter for me, but it would have been nice to maybe, have a block with some saddles and a bunch of repairs. Would have been good to build a spare block or spare engine out of instead of my primary motor. I would have liked to had something to maybe not have run so hard and put up wet and blown up and destroyed. But it is what it is. It's happened when you buy stuff sight unseen. And, that's just the way it is. So, it was either $10,000 for a new block or roll the dice and buy a used block. And I think it's going to be all right. We're going to check it all out. We're going to get it cleaned up and machined, and then we'll go at it from there. But that's what saddles are. Saddles are a repair method for a block that's mains have been chewed up, burned up, blown up, and that's how they repair the aluminum blocks. So just to answer that question for I believe Dave V is who sent that over, so thought I'd show that. Just a reminder, daylight saving time, change your clocks. It's 8 o'clock, Sunday night. Well, we didn't get a whole bunch done on anything race car, Mark Prince race car related. We got the block right into the shop from where I showed you. It was in the back of the truck a couple hours ago. But as far as we're going to go tonight, had too much stuff going on to do anything. I just walk back here. I just finished up freshening up this little 358. This is the motor I ran last year in the late model dirt car. And a buddy of mine, AJ McCoy, got to keep the wife happy. He did the hardwood floor in my kitchen. And in return, we worked it out. And I gave him this motor for his, he runs a mud drag truck. And I took this down and freshened it up for him. Bearings, actually put a new crank in it. He had some issues on that thrust. We put a new crank in it for him. And bearings, gaskets, timing chain, went through it all, and ready to go. This is a 500 horse piece. Is a high rever, solid roller cam, old school 292 angle plug heads. And should make him happy. That should get him where he needs to be in his class. So I'm done for today. Get ready for tomorrow. This is a Mopar I worked on Friday. I'm going to finish that up this week for a 69 Road Runner. Just a little mild street motor, basically like a resto rod. We'll get it finished up tomorrow, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. I might finish up tonight with a little video showing my buddy's car. Real proud of him, how it's coming along, and then that'll conclude the broadcasting for this week's video. So we'll see you guys later. Sunday at the Sanitarium for Speed. Pete Studwell, Corey Stowell, Mr. Harlan, big money. 4-door Fury. Look at this thing. Got the tailgate on the back.
The first day when it was on the truck, after we left the guy's house, he said, I'll make fun of my rickety ass in the car.
Look at this thing. Look at this. An old man with an old car.
It's old.
Whoa. Well, he's got the same tack he had in the Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia tack.
All right, bro. See you, Corey. it.